Oh, well, it depends on the RTC.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Peter Lumaj. I'm here today, or tonight, or this evening, to support my friend Mark Greenberg. He's running for the United States Congress, the 5th Congressional District, which includes you too. It is extremely important that this election cycle, all of you guys get involved. Ordinary folks like you and I are the only ones who can make a difference this year. Unless you get involved, we're going to lose. As United States citizens, you have a responsibility. First of all, you have the right to vote, which is a constitutional right that you have. But unless you register to vote and go and vote, that right means nothing. Most of you, at least some of you that I know are here by face, came to the United States to search for freedom and opportunity. You were born overseas, just like I was. We came here because we knew that the United States of America is that place, that beacon of freedom, that shining hill, or that shining light on the hill that attracts millions and millions to come over here to search for freedom and opportunity, even illegals. But I disagree with that. I was a candidate for the United States Senate. I ran into Mark Greenberg many times during the times that we were speaking in front of the RTCs, Republican town committees. I got to know him personally. He's a staunch conservative. He's a family man. He's a guy who understands the situation and the challenges that we're facing as a country and as a state. I encourage all of you to register to vote. Make sure that you call your neighbors, you call your friends, you call your relatives. Even if they are Democrats, it's not a sin if they switch and support Mark Greenberg, because he deserves that. I absolutely, with no reservation whatsoever, support him 100%. And when I do that, and when I reach that decision, it was the easiest decision that I made in my life, because I got to know him. He's a guy who believes in family, he believes in the country, he believes in the Constitution. He believes in the founding documents that made this nation so great. He will go to Washington, D.C. and push back the socialistic agenda that is being implemented in Washington. We need someone like him to go over there and to say no even to his own party, if necessary, to defend our rights and our principles, conservative principles. By electing a Republican, we're not going to win. We're not going to change anything. But if we elect a conservative like Mark Greenberg, we won. Therefore, I just want to introduce Mark Greenberg to you to say a few words, and I welcome him. And please get out and support him.
Thank you. Thank you for that very nice introduction, Peter, and thank everybody here for coming to talk, to be with us and listen to the values that we have to tell you about. You know, the Albanian community is very important. About a month ago, I went to a festival for Albanian folks, and I spoke to a fellow who owns a diner on South Main Street in Torrington. And he said to me that he's been in this country for 25 years and he hasn't taken a single day off from his diner. So I said, why? He said, why would I want to take a day off? I love coming to work. I love this country. Yeah. And he said to me further, he said, you people, you Americans who were born in this country have lost track of a lot of things. You've lost track of the fact that this is the greatest country on the face of this earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
We forget it. We have such a blessed life that we forget the blessing of being born in this country, being citizens, having this wonderful Constitution, which is the basis of freedom and liberty. And we derive from this Constitution our rights, not from other people, not from despots, not from kings, but from God. That means it can't be taken away. I'm running for this office because I want to respect the Constitution, and I don't want to allow anybody to take away those rights. Yeah. I am so tired of hearing day after day about things in this country that aren't right, about the 40% that we borrow each year, about the $16 trillion of debt that we're pushing our children on. We're putting them into shackles of debt they'll never get into. I'm tired of hearing about a Congress and a Senate that hasn't passed a budget in over 3 years. I'm tired about hearing about the dysfunctional Congress and Senate and President. They've absolutely made it an art form. They can't get anything done, they always push it out. And now even the latest event is that they're talking about so-called sequester. Well, you have to be able to look at it in the Webster's dictionary to find out what it is. And trust me, they're using that name wrong. They're using it wrong. What they're really talking about is not coming to an agreement and pushing the can down the road. That's what they continue to do. Well, we're running out of can, folks. We're running out of room on the road. This is the most important election in your lifetime. Make no mistake about it.
That's right.
And when I speak to my daughter, who's 10 years old, and she asks me why I'm not home at night, why she doesn't see me in the morning, and I explained to her that I'm doing this for her and for her 2 sisters and her brother, that they have to have the life and the opportunities that I had. It used to be that next generation always did better than the prior generation. This is what made America great. I can't say as I'm standing here right now that I could say that to my 4 young children again, in all honesty. And the one thing that I'm going to be is honest with you and honest with the people. I'm not going to say what I don't believe in. So I'm telling you honestly, I don't know if the opportunity is there. The one thing I do know is talking to people day by day, door by door in Connecticut, that the opportunity is leaving this state, that's for sure. But we're not going to be able to bring up the opportunity in this state unless we work on the federal level. And then things will hopefully get better in this state as well. So with that, I got to tell you also, we had a tremendous event last night. We had a debate which took a turn into wrestling to a certain extent, and it was a little bitter at some times, but we talked about issues. We would not get involved with that fight. And I promise you, I'm not going to get involved with that negativity in that fight. We will continue to talk about issues. We have another debate at 7 o'clock in Newtown at the Old Town Hall. Thursday. We encourage everybody to come to that debate. We encourage everybody to invite friends. We have to let you get the message out about our message, because we can't rely upon the press to do it. We have to rely upon you to speak to 10 people. Then you have to tell those 10 people to talk to 10 people. Because it's only if you understand the message and you come out to vote on August 14th that this will make any difference at all. So I'm imploring you, nearly begging you, to please speak to your friends. Please speak to your relatives. Please speak to anybody you can. Get them to register as Republicans if they're unaffiliated. Drag them to the polls. 95-degree heat is not an excuse for not voting. Thunderstorms are not an excuse for not voting.
Unless you're dead.
104 temperature is not an excuse for not voting. You'll need 106 and maybe I'll give a pass. We have to get everybody out to vote. This is going to come to turnout. It's going to come down to turnout. So I need you great supporters to get that turnout. So with that, thank you very much again.
Yes.
Thank you. I know you're listening. Become part of it. Okay, come on in. Become part of it. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
All right.
That's a great
Thank you.
I think American people, they had the taste of bitterness from the left wing.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can see that.
I'm telling you.
And the other Mark, I told him the most confusing name tonight is going to be
I'm
Mark.
with my sister, but I have most of my relatives from Canada come over.
We have to pull them out. We have to get involved.
Everybody.
Facebook, social media, whatever you can do. You work here, you can convince them. Because not everybody's going to be here, nobody's going to be able to be here to hear this. You just get involved.
More people, the better. We have to bring out.
We have to get them out to vote on the 14th. That is decisive. That's decisive. So
Well, Americans are the conservatives.
I know that unless we get them, you know,
They don't deserve to live in this country. I tell you, we came from communist country and we know what
You
this
people realize
It's absolutely.
we forget it. This is an absolutely true story about this fellow who owns a diner.
Yeah.
And he gets up every day, he loves working, he doesn't want to go away because he's the greatest country in the world.
Komuniteti shqiptar Amerikan në shtetin Connecticut janë duke e përkrahur dënsisht kandidatin për Kongresin Amerikan, Mark Greenberg. Mark Greenberg është një republikan konservator i cili është duke zhvilluar fushatin e tij për Kongresin Amerikan. Për pak çaste ne do të bisedojmë me zotin Greenberg se çfarë do të kërkonte ai për shqiptarët këtu në këtë shtet, pra në shtetin Connecticut, si dhe çka ju ofron ai shqiptarëve nëse fiton.
Hi, I'm Mark Greenberg, and I'm Republican candidate for the 5th District for Congress. I'm very, very proud to have been endorsed by Peter Lumaj, who's a very, very important member of the Albanian community. When I went from RTC meeting to RTC meeting with Peter, it was very, very clear that Peter was very, very thankful of the fact that he came to this country and left Albania, because this country represents tremendous opportunity for everybody, for Albanians and Americans. And I remember a story that I heard from an Albanian in Torrington. And that story is that every day for the last 25 or 30 years, he's gotten up to go to his business, which is a coffee shop in Torrington. And I said to him, why don't you take some time off? Go on vacation. He said, this is vacation. This is the greatest country in the world. I get up every day at 4 in the morning, go to the diner, and I love what I'm doing. You people in the United States do not understand how great this country is. Well, this country is the great country. It's the greatest country ever put on this face of this earth. And I recommend that anybody who loves this country to be able to come out, express yourself on election day, and try to elect good conservatives. Peter Lumaj, of course, ran for Senate. He's got a great future in politics in this country because he has a great message of conservatism. In my district, I hope that you'll support me for the 5th District and vote on August 14th for Mark Greenberg for Congress, because I will make this country great again. I believe in the greatness of this country for both Americans and Albanians who have come here for opportunity. Thank you very much, and come August 14th to vote for Mark Greenberg.
Thank you. Just one quick question. What would you do for Albanian community if you would win?
Well, the Albanian community wants economic opportunity. That's what this country is about. So what we have to do is make that opportunity available for everybody, Albanians and Americans. What we have to do is make sure that we can offer a system of economic opportunity, low taxes, so that we'll have growth in the economy, so that unemployment rate will go down, and so that Albanians in the community will be able to live the American dream. Because after all, that's why they came to this country, to become part of the American dream and to live the American dream.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Ishte një intervistë me kandidatin për Kongresin Amerikan, Mark Greenberg.